What's going on, you guys? The Keith Carnes here, bringing you episode number 37 of my Is It Real series. The last time I uploaded for this series was all the way back on October 5th of 2014. So, a few months ago. So anyway, let's get into it. So this time we're looking at something that I haven't bothered covering for a while, but I decided I might as well cover it as we are getting higher and higher and there's less and less things to put into the series. So we're talking about Elvis Presley, pretty much the innovator of rock and roll. If you don't know who Elvis is, I don't know where the fuck you've been, but Elvis Presley, who supposedly died on August 16th, 1977, was an extreme icon. He's a legend, and to this day he is still beyond popular with generations of all ages, and I myself do like some of his music. I'm not a major fan. I'm not going to claim to be a huge Elvis fan because I'm not. I do like some of his music. I went to the Graceland tour. It was pretty cool, but I don't consider myself a big fan. So with that being said, that should help people know that I'm not going to be biased in this video. I'm not going to sit here and say, you know, oh, I think Elvis is alive because I'm a fan. I'm kind of neutral on it. So hopefully that'll be a better, you know, way for you guys to enjoy this video or whatever. So anyway, there is this rumor, just like there's a rumor about Tupac Shakur and some others that, Andy Kaufman and others that they say have faked their death, and Elvis is one of those that is no exception. And there has been huge conspiracies, supposed photos of Elvis as an elderly man, and supposedly Elvis has even appeared in I think a Home Alone, either the first one or the sequel. I don't know, but just some crazy stuff out there. If you Google, you know, Elvis faked his own death, you're going to find some pretty silly stuff out there. But you will find some stuff that is, on the other hand, compelling. Some people said that a reason Elvis wanted to get out of the limelight was to simply escape the life that was killing him. If it is to be believed that Elvis died, Elvis did become addicted to medications. He was addicted to multiple medications, and supposedly in the autopsy it showed that he had quite a laundry list of medications in his system at the time of his death. So if that is to be believed, yes, that life definitely killed Elvis. Elvis got wrapped up in being able to afford anything he wanted, and of course, out of everything he wanted, drugs was a big part of it. Sadly, I mean, that's what happens to a lot of these very talented people. The people that believe he's alive, one of their arguments is that Aaron, his middle name, is misspelled on his tombstone. Now, this is interesting to say because, I mean, why would it be misspelled? And let's say even an error was made. I mean, the guy's been dead since 1977. Don't you think that they would have fixed that by now? But it's never been fixed. Another thing is this photo right here. I want you to take a look at it real quick, and we will go over it and what I think about its being proof that Elvis Presley is alive. Now, this is supposedly, before I show you the photo, I want to tell you what it is so you know what you're looking at. This is supposedly Elvis looking out at people going around his grave. This is supposedly Elvis hiding behind a dark screen, and it's been one of the most controversial photos of all time in the Elvis Presley conspiracy. It's a very, very interesting and cool photo to me, even if it isn't real. But people, experts have examined this picture multiple times over the decades, and it has been confirmed to be authentic, and it has not been tampered with in any way, shape, or form. So that has been confirmed. Keep all that in mind as you look at this photo, and I will go over what I think of said photo. So here we go. So that was three different zooms on this alleged photo. The photo in question was taken by Mike Joseph 4 months after Elvis Presley's death. So that would have been December of 1977. Now, like I said before, that this is supposedly Elvis sitting inside the screen door watching people watching. Now I've heard that it was supposedly him watching people, but I don't think that they already had the whole Graceland already done just 4 months after his death. So maybe that was wrong that I heard on that. But this was supposedly taken 4 months after Elvis died. Now, the unfortunate thing about this is that there's really no way to prove or disprove this photo. This photo could very well be Elvis behind his screen door in his pool house, but that it could have been days before his death. It could have been a year before his death, or it could have been any time before his death. But this photo has been pretty much, accepted by a lot of people that believe that Elvis faked his own death as authentic and proof that the king of rock and roll is still alive, or at least did fake his death and was alive in December of 1977. So a lot of people now, however, there has been other conspiracies, well, not conspiracies, I'm sorry, but there has been other ways that people have tried to explain this. So I'm going to read this to you guys, and you guys make up your own opinion on this. So it says, Mike Joseph, who snapped a photo capturing the image of what appeared to be Elvis Presley sitting behind the door of the pool house at Graceland 4 months after his death. Linda Hood's Sigmund still maintains the photo is Elvis or Jesse. This has already been proven many times that it is not Elvis. So for those of you who are not familiar, this picture was taken in the pool house behind Graceland's Meditation Gardens 4 months after the death of Elvis, and shows a man seated who looks like Elvis from afar. Mike Joseph took this photo in January of 1978 while visiting the Meditation Gardens. There's audio recording of Mike Joseph stating that the person in the photograph is in fact Elvis Presley. However, he later found out it was not after meeting with Joe Espera and Estrada. So, supposedly, this was instead Estrada. So, a lot of people are arguing, is this Estrada? Was this really Elvis? There's a lot of different arguments going on. The guy that officially took the picture, people are arguing, okay, this has to be people are arguing this has to be Estrada. The people that don't believe it, the people that do believe it, are saying it's Elvis. But once again, there's still no proof even when the photograph was taken. I mean, there is no proof. So to finish out the video, I'm just going to go ahead and leave a picture of Estrada and another close-up of supposedly Elvis in the pool house. I'll let you guys be the judges. You make up your minds for yourself. It's up to you. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Is It Real? It's very interesting. Did Elvis Presley fake his death? And if so, why? And why hasn't he come back out about it? It is 2015, so Elvis, I think, would be damn near 90, if not already 90, maybe older. I'm not very good with doing the years just off the top of my head. He was born in 1935, so just do the math and you'll realize he's pretty damn old if he is still alive. I don't know. So, it's up to you guys to make up your mind on what you think. I hope you guys enjoyed this video once again. Thank you so much for viewing. Thank you to my subscribers. And I will see you guys in the next. If you want to see any different topics or anything else, just go ahead and leave a request, and I will get to them as soon as possible and give you a shout out. This is the Keith Carnes. You guys have a great one. See you in the next. Peace.